What are the signaling pathways of innate immunity? Imagine your body as a well-guarded fortress, constantly on alert for invaders. When bacteria, viruses, or other threats try to breach your defenses, your immune system springs into action. But how does it know where to attack and what to do? That's where signaling pathways come into play. They are like communication lines that tell your immune cells how to respond quickly and effectively. The first step in innate immunity is recognition. Special sensors called pattern recognition receptors detect common features on pathogens, known as pathogen-associated molecular patterns. These receptors are built into immune cells and are encoded in your genes, so they are ready to go from birth. Some of the main pattern recognition receptors include toll-like receptors, nod-like receptors, Wrigg-like receptors, C-type lectin receptors, and AIM2-like receptors. Toll-like receptors are like sentinels on the surface of immune cells or inside compartments called endosomes. They recognize things like bacterial lipopolysaccharides or viral RNA. When they detect these signals, they send messages inside the cell to activate other immune responses. Nod-like receptors are found inside the cell's cytoplasm and detect bacteria or stress signals, forming inflammasomes that releases inflammatory molecules. Wrigg-like receptors specifically recognize viral RNA in the cytoplasm, triggering antiviral defenses. C-type lectin receptors bind to sugars on fungi and bacteria, helping the immune system identify these invaders. AIM2-like receptors detect DNA floating in the cytoplasm, which can come from viruses or damaged cells, and help activate inflammasomes too. Once these receptors recognize their targets, they kick off signaling cascades that activate key transcription factors like NF-κB and interferon regulatory factors. These factors then turn on genes that produce inflammatory molecules and antiviral proteins. Other pathways involved include the Janus kinase and signal transducer and activator of transcription pathway, which transmits signals from cytokine receptors to activate immune responses. The cyclic GMP-AMP synthase and stimulator of interferon genes pathway detects cytosolic DNA and prompts the production of type I interferons, which are vital for fighting viruses. Inflammasome pathways, especially involving UNLA-PA3, activate enzymes like caspase-1 that process inflammatory cytokines such as interleukin-1 beta. All these signaling pathways work together to produce a rapid response to threats. They activate immune cells like macrophages, dendritic cells, neutrophils, and epithelial cells, which are strategically placed in tissues exposed to the outside world. This immediate response not only fights off invaders but also helps alert and shape the adaptive immune system for long-term protection. Understanding these pathways is important for developing treatments for infections, inflammatory conditions, and even some types of cancer. By targeting specific signaling components, scientists can boost immune responses or reduce harmful inflammation. In essence, these signaling pathways form the communication network that keeps your body protected and ready to respond at a moment's notice.